All right, future lifesavers, buckle up. We're diving back into the wild world of EMTs with Zeke and Anya. Last time, we got a taste of the action. Now, we're about to go full-on adrenaline junkie with one of the most crucial skills in your EMT toolkit, the primary survey. Trust me, this isn't your grandma's bingo night. It's the difference between life and death. So grab your favorite energy drink and let's tune in to First Responder Radio. Captain Dave's about to drop some knowledge bombs.
What's up, all you night owls and day savers? Captain Dave here, coming at you, live on First Responder Radio. Today, we're tackling the primary survey, the EMT's secret weapon. It's like the Swiss Army knife of emergency medicine, only instead of a bottle opener, you're opening airways. Let's eavesdrop on our favorite EMT duo and see how they handle this high-stakes skill.
Anya, I've been binge reading about the primary survey. Can we do a quick run-through? I promise I won't geek out too much.
All right, Zeke. Let's see what you've got. Hit me with the ABCs.
For $500, Anya, airway, breathing, and circulation.
Ding, ding, ding. But hold your horses, hotshot. Before we even think about ABCs, what's the very first thing we do?
Oh, the suspense. Is it scene safety?
Bingo! We don't want to end up as patients ourselves. Now, break down that airway for me.
Well, you see, when a mommy airway and a daddy airway love each other very much...
Zeke!
Okay. We check if it's clear and open. If not, we might need to use an airway adjunct, like an OPA, the Open Please Airway tool.
That's not what OPA stands for, but I'll give you points for creativity. What's next?
Breathing. We look, listen, and feel. It's like a really intense game of Simon Says.
And if Simon's not saying anything?
Then we jump in with our trusty BVM, the Breathe Victim Breathe machine.
We really need to work on your acronyms. But yes, we'd start ventilations. Now, what's the C in ABC?
Circulation. We check for a pulse and look for any major bleeding. It's like being a detective, but instead of looking for clues, we're looking for blood, which now that I say it out loud sounds kind of creepy.
Welcome to EMS, kid. It gets weirder. Now, what comes after ABC?
Don't panic.
Close, but no cigar. It's disability. We check neurological function.
Oh, right. Are they alert? Do they respond to verbal or painful stimuli? Like if I yelled free pizza, would they react?
Let's stick to more professional methods. And the last step.
E for expose. We check for hidden injuries. It's like a really intense game of hide and seek, but with bruises.
You've got a unique way of putting things, Zeke. But you're not wrong. All right, hotshot, put it all together for me.
A, B, C, D, E. Airway, breathing, circulation, disability, expose, or as I like to call it, always be checking dudes everything.
Well, that's one way to remember it. But seriously, Zeke, this primary survey is crucial. It's your roadmap in those first moments with a patient.
I get it. It helps us quickly spot and tackle any immediate life threats, like a superhero scanning for villains.
Exactly. Now, let's run through a scenario. Ready to save some lives?
Born ready. Throw it at me.
Okay. We arrive on scene. What's the first thing you do?
I survey the scene, ensuring no danger lurks in the shadows.
Good. The scene is safe. You approach the patient. What now?
I check the airway. Hello? Anyone home in there?
The airway is partially obstructed. What do you do?
Time for the trusty OPA, open sesame.
Good. Airway is now clear. Next?
Breathing check. Houston, we have respiration.
But it's shallow and rapid. What now?
BVM to the rescue. Breathe, buddy, breathe.
Good. Moving on to circulation.
I've got a pulse, Captain, but it's racing like it's in the Indy 500.
All right. Any visible bleeding?
Negative on the blood fountain, Chief.
Zeke, please. Okay, on to disability. What do you check?
Time to test those neurons. Sir, for $1 million, can you tell me your name?
And if they don't respond?
Then we move to painful stimuli. Sorry, buddy, this might hurt a bit.
Good. And finally,
E for expose. Let's see what's hiding under there.
and what are you looking for?
Any hidden injuries, weird skin colors, or secret tattoos that say, if found, please return to the nearest hospital.
Well, you've certainly got the process down, even if your methods are unique.
Ambulance 26, respond to 789 Oak Street, 25-year-old male, possible drug overdose.
Well, Zeke, looks like it's showtime. Ready to put all this into practice?
Ready as I'll ever be. Let's go save a life.
And there you have it, folks. The primary survey in action, with a side of Zeke's unique humor. Remember, while Zeke's mnemonics might be a bit creative, the process is dead serious. It's all about quickly assessing and prioritizing patient care in those critical first moments on scene.
All right, future lifesavers, let's break it down. Zeke might have his own flair, but he's got the basics down pat. Scene safety, A, B, C, D, E. It's not just a random alphabet soup, it's your lifeline out there. Now here's a pop quiz for you. What would you do if you arrived on scene and found it wasn't safe? That's right. You wait for law enforcement to secure the area. Remember, you can't help anyone if you become a patient yourself.
Exactly, Don. And let's not forget the importance of clear communication with your partner. Notice how Anya guided Zeke through the process. That's teamwork in action, folks.
Good point. In the field, clear communication can make all the difference. It's not just about knowing the steps, it's about working together seamlessly under pressure.
Speaking of pressure, let's talk about that drug overdose call they're heading to. Zeke's about to face a real test of his skills. Any advice for our listeners, Don?
Absolutely. In a potential overdose situation, the ABCDE approach is more crucial than ever. Pay special attention to the breathing. Opioid overdoses often cause respiratory depression. And don't forget about scene safety. There might be needles or other hazards around.
Great points. And remember, folks, while Narcan can be a lifesaver in opioid overdoses, it's not a substitute for good old ABCs. Always prioritize airway and breathing.
Exactly. Now, listeners, here's your homework. Practice running through the primary survey. Do it in the shower while you're making breakfast. Heck, do it while you're waiting in line for coffee. The more it becomes second nature, the better you'll perform under pressure.
And that's a wrap for today's lesson, folks. Remember, in EMS, knowledge is power, but practice makes perfect. Keep honing those skills, and who knows, maybe one day you'll be as smooth as Anya, or as entertaining as Zeke.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you, future lifesavers, for tuning in. Next time, we'll dive into the secondary survey, because there's always more to discover. Until then, stay safe, stay prepared, and keep practicing those ABCs.